Ugreen's actually doing some stuff that I'm very excited about, and they're both right here on display. They got this. Why does it have to be everywhere? Well, this is an AI NAS. Find a better shot of it. There we go. You can see. There's one plugged in over there. I'll show you that. And then we also have some surveillance cameras. AI NAS. Now, okay, why am I excited about this? You all know that I don't really care about AI. I'm excited about it because it's extremely powerful, and if you want to run AI, it'll allow you to run local, secure AI. They've got their own built-in LLMs that you can choose from, or you can install your own. Now, this is extremely powerful because it's got an Intel Core Ultra 7 255H with like a billion cores. I forget how many cores that is. 16, 18 cores, I don't know. And you can get it with up to 196 terabytes of storage if you populate all of these with the big fat drives. And then 64 gigabytes of DDR5. It's LPDDR5, so it's soldered on memory right here. So you've got all that, plus two 10 gigabit Ethernet ports, and we have PCI Express. It's loaded. So it's just the fastest NAS, that's the bottom line. The amount of VMs you're going to be able to run with something like this, that's what kind of drew me to this, because it's like I can run my NAS and all my VMs and not have to have a bunch of separate boxes and stuff. And then I'm not going to really be messing around with LLMs. The only thing I use AI for is organizing my video game collection. Like when I get a new big box game, I tell the AI, I'm like, hey, this is the game I got, and the AI tells me who was the composer, who was the developer, and all that kind of stuff. But that's literally all I use it for. But what do you use it for? I don't know. This video is brought to you by this jacket and MicroPros. Remember, when you're calling MicroPros in Maryland, they have a brand new phone number. So you see all this stuff, whenever you shop on the store, I've got some extra stuff like this. This is a duplicate box. And I'll just throw these things in the box when you're ordering. Got some other stuff over here. Nobody wants NBA. I've dropped it forever. But maybe you want some of this stuff. Maybe you want EverQuest right there. You want Diablo. I don't know. I've got a bunch of stuff over here. When you're grabbing, these are not for sale. When you're grabbing like a mouse or something up here, or maybe one of these t-shirts over here, well, I'll throw some in the box. And plus, big sale on these t-shirts. Softest I swear to God, there's too many things on the floor. Just tripped over a laptop and a horse. Not for sale. I'm just gonna, you know what? Let's just show you everything that's not for sale right now. Not for sale, yes, not for sale. But these are for sale. Anyway, so big discounts. All that's gonna be down in the description. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Head over to epicpants.com or they'll kill you. Speaking about this, we also have this. This is a ginormous LinkStation Pro eGPU dock. This works with Oculink, and it also works with Thunderbolt. So this is, something that's branded Ugreen, and I imagine you could use it with one of these, but it doesn't have to be used with Ugreen because it's Oculink or Thunderbolt. You can plug it up to whatever, and there's your external GPU. Use it with a Mini PC, use it with whatever, and then you can see we've got that newfangled PCI Express power connector. There we go. 600 watts of power right there. All right, let's show you the cameras now. Did I mention that Ugreen makes everything? Like everything? I'm using the Ugreen cable hanging out of the back of my backpack right now to charge things. Right there. We got camera systems now, and there's going to be an app for the NAS units. Look at this. Who's the sexy guy? Who is that? All right, so here's all your camera apps. Cameras. People were asking for a while, when are we going to get surveillance and cameras? Well, now you got them. Ugreen branded cameras. The baby camera. It can detect things like, hey, the baby's crying and that sort of thing, and it can notify you. You can have it take a photo just by talking to it. It's got all that. There we go. I'm sure I'll be messing with one of these whenever I get it in the studio, but I wanted to just, show you what we got going on back here. So that's what's new from Ugreen. I'll have the NAS unit in very soon, so expect a video on it. You remember Khadas? We did a video on the Khadas Mind and then the dock as well. This is a tiny little computer. I like the fact that you can just bring it home, pop it on a dock, and then you've got your full-on computer. Well, they've done something pretty interesting. They've got a whole line of ARM-based mini computers, and they're pretty powerful. This is a Rockchip RK, this one right here, by the way. This is Rockchip RK3588S, and it has the Mali G610 GPU. So yeah, something like this could play a bunch of games. And they got these little cases for them right here. It's pretty cool. So I'll just let you see what we've got here. I'm not going to read every single spec of all of them, but they got a whole line of them. Actually, there are too many little ARM-based processors. But you can put Linux on here. This would be cool, you know, if we start getting, I don't know, newer versions of SteamOS, but I guess you could put Bazite. I'd probably put Kali or something. I don't know. Or Kashi. I'm sorry, not Kali. Well, why would I put Kali on here? Put Kashi OS or something on this. Regular Linux would work just fine. But we got all kinds of them. Now they have some that are the Rock chip, and then others that are just like your standard ARM logic stuff right here. Let's see, I'll just show you the specs. And then we also have little attachments that you can get, like these cameras and stuff. So I think it's cool to see these tiny little mini PCs. Get some competition for the extremely slow Raspberry Pi. This should be quite a bit faster than the Raspberry Pi, I would think. So pretty cool. Well, there's a nice case. That's the one we're looking at right here. Let's see here. This could be a cool little portable system for emulation or whatever else. And especially now that you know, Valve has been messing around getting Windows stuff to work in an ARM environment, that could be interesting. I was impressed with Acemagic last year, and this year they've got some really cool looking stuff right here. So let's show you what we've got. We have two tiny mini PCs, and they are styled after the Nintendo Entertainment System right there. And there's the PlayStation. It's let's see here. I think the Nintendo might be a little bit more style accurate, but let me show you what they put inside here. These are loaded. So the one they're 1985 reimagined. This is like 1990 something, right? This is 1985. Anyway, we're getting pedantic. So this has the Ryzen AI 9 HX 470. You can also get it with the AI 9 465. But the really cool thing is you've got an 890M or an 880M in something this small. So this could be a gaming powerhouse right here, this tiny little thing. Obviously, you'll be able to play pretty much any emulator on the planet on this if you wanted to use this as like a living room emulation machine. But something that has this much power could be like a desktop replacement. Over here, this one has the Ryzen 370, the HX 370. So I guess that is a bit accurate since it's, you know, older style than this one. And then if you want to just get like your standard sleek mini PCs, well, these are the Intel products that they have right now. This one's got the Ultra X9 388H. You can also get it with the 386H. There we go, the Panther Lake, other Panther Lake series. We got our dual Ethernet in the back, 96 gigabytes of RAM. Now this is the LPDDR5, and I'm seeing that a lot now. If you like look around here, this one over here also, this one's just really beefy. It's got the Ultra X9 388H, look at that. But this one also has up to 96 gigabytes of the soldered on memory. So that's interesting because having the memory soldered on, I'm not sure if that's gonna be as affected by the market swings and stuff, maybe. But so far I've been seeing a lot of the LPDDR5 memory just soldered right onto the motherboard with stuff. So we'll see how that goes. These are loaded, these are very sleek. And then here's the style over here. Last but not least, they also have decided to create a laptop. This is a prototype here, as you can see, it's just a plastic prototype. But they wanted to go with that kind of gray retro style. This is also styled as the 1985 reimagined right here. I think the style looks pretty cool. Let me know what you all think about this. I don't know what the specs are going to be on this. It's just a prototype that they're showing off, but that's what we have over here at the Acemagic booth.